The following is a paid advertisement for MagBlue, brought to you by Purity Products.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jason Cam. This is Purity Products. I'm joined here with Jan Levin, president of Purity Products.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks, Jason.
And Dr. Ken Redcross, MD, is with us.
Thank you, Jay. It's wonderful to be here with you guys.
And guys, we have got a ton of information to get to. Jan, I know you want to jump right in. You want to play a little game of true or false. So why don't you start us off with that?
I really did. I'm going to start off with you, Dr. Redcross. Even if you know the answer, don't answer it. Let our viewers see if they know, okay? Is there a mineral out there where even just a mild deficiency could be considered a public health crisis?
Okay.
Don't answer.
All right.
Jason, you ready? I got one for you. Is there a nutrient out there where it's hard to get enough of it, even with a healthy diet? And then I'll ask you one more time, Doc. I think you know this, but true or false?
Yeah.
Is there a mineral out there that might be more important for our bones than calcium? And so now that we've set the stage here, you take it away.
All right.
What's on our plate
I'm going to
today?
stop the suspense here, guys, because I can't really stay still because there is a mineral that does that is that important. And the mineral we're going to talk about is actually magnesium. Now, magnesium is so fascinating because magnesium is in each and every cell in our body. But more importantly, we kind of call it the governor of the cells because it's actually important for over 300 biochemical reactions. And we're talking about things for our heart health, for our eyes, even our mood, sleep, and relaxation.
Right. So, even energy, though. I was reading once where magnesium may be more important for helping the body and the cells generate ATP in the mitochondria.
Yeah, and that's important because whenever everyone kind of knows about the mitochondria now. That's the powerhouse of the cell. The way ATP starts, it starts as AMP, ADP, and then you need magnesium to make sure we get to ATP, which is for energy. So it's a really big deal.
So people say it's actually as important as CoQ10, and we're going to learn that magnesium is like a cornerstone for energy today.
It absolutely is. So it's a lot of things it does, and energy is a big one.
You've got to have it. And like we said, there are millions of people out there who are deficient in magnesium. Most of us aren't getting enough in our diet. We're going to get into why a little bit later on in the show. Now, Dr. Redcross, you said that magnesium is involved in around 300 or so. I think it's actually more than that.
More than 300.
Well, we'll say 300 biochemical reactions in the body. So it's a lot of ground for us to cover. So what we did was today we boiled it down to 7 game-changing benefits of magnesium. And I want to start with number 7, and we'll work our way down to number 1 as we move along here. You say cardiovascular health. So why don't you take the ball and run with that? Why is magnesium so important for our hearts?
You know, as we talk about magnesium, it's kind of hard to even condense them into 7, but you're right. The 7 that we've chosen today are important ones. We're going to start with cardio health because what we know is that we know that calcium constricts, and we know that magnesium relaxes. And what other place is that more important than our heart and our blood vessels? Exactly. So look, the heart beats over 100,000 times a day. So that lets you know how important magnesium is for us. And it's also important that those blood vessels are able to relax because we want healthy blood pressure. And that's something that magnesium can help to support.
I remember you sent me the article from the Framingham study. And this is like a longitudinal study. It goes on for decades. And they concluded that there's like a pretty significant cardiovascular support benefit when people are getting more magnesium in their diet than less. You also, Jason, sent me an article about maybe it was a year ago that kind of changed my life. This was from the British Journal of Medicine in their like an open heart edition. And the subject matter was that a subclinical magnesium deficiency is considered a principal driver of cardiovascular concerns. Remember this? So we're talking about, because I always thought, well, how many people are really deficient or low in magnesium? How many people? Like 10%, 20%? It's more.
Well, why? Why are so many people deficient?
Well, I'll tell you this. When we're talking, I wish it were 10 to 20%, but we're really talking up to 60, 70, 80% who are deficient in magnesium. And when we still talk about the heart, let's recognize this. Magnesium is so important for potassium to work properly and for calcium to work properly. I remember when I was a student, it was funny. I was a resident. I trained here in New York at Columbia. And one of the things we used to always realize with a resident, when you had a patient that was low in potassium, we would start a potassium, but it wouldn't go up. And I never forget my attending saying, well, did you check the magnesium? Because what happens is that you have to have magnesium at the optimal level in order for those nutrients to do what they need to do. in the cardiac muscle in particular.
Right.
So even back then, it underscored the importance of magnesium. And now that we're realizing that so many of us are deficient, we have to change that.
And I think it's an interesting word they chose. A subclinical deficiency, not even a major deficiency, even just a mild to moderate deficiency, 70-80% of us not getting enough. And it's hard to get in our food supply.
Right. What foods even have high doses of magnesium?
It's tough. Okay, obviously some green leafy vegetables, but other things such as mung beans.
And I remember Jason sent me an article that even things like coffee, alcohol can deplete the body of magnesium. So here we are trying to find foods that have it, but we're doing things like sugary soft drinks, coffee, inadvertently, we're making it worse.
Right. So here's the thing. It's not in our soil. We're not eating foods in it. It is not in our multivitamin. If you want to be sufficient in magnesium, you have to supplement with it. You have to choose the right supplement. We're going to tell you about our product here today, MagBlue, in a little bit. But before we do, I want to get into reason number 6, which relates back, and we'll combine, because we're running out of time here, guys. We're moving. There's a lot to cover. So let's combine reasons 6 and 5.
Okay.
Mood and brain function.
Oh, yes. Right.
Who wants to take that?
Well, I just want to point out some interesting reading as I was, getting prepped for the show. The Huffington Post says magnesium may be the most important relaxation mineral available.
Yeah.
So magnesium has this capability of helping us relax, and it seems like it's so good for stress. I remember you sent me an article from Psychology Today. They call magnesium, what they call it, the original chill pill?
I love that. The original chill pill. We all know this. Let you know, I'm an 80s kid, so maybe that's just for us. But the point is that that's what magnesium is really able to do for us. I mean, we all would like to chill and have less stress, and magnesium can actually do that. And it's important to understand physiologically how you get the benefits. Because when you think about magnesium, we already talked about how subclinical magnesium deficiency can have such a problem with the heart that we talked about with number 7. But the subclinical aspect is important because when you come into the regular doctor's office, they're not checking magnesium. It's not part of the routine panel.
Measure. I know there's research. It's very hard to measure magnesium. What's also really interesting is magnesium, when it helps us relax and unwind, especially at the end of the night, and I don't want to get too far ahead, really good for sleep. So we'll get into magnesium.
We're going to get into sleep very deeply in a few minutes. But we've got to get to this product. Purity's introducing a new product here. It's called MagBlue, and it is the ultimate way to inexpensively and powerfully get magnesium. I'd really like to get a little bit deeper into MagBlue. Jan, MagBlue, it's one of your favorite hot new products.
Yeah.
Take it from here. Tell everyone about
Jay,
MagBlue.
what we did was something that's never been done with magnesium before. It's the magnesium bisglycinate buffered chelate. This is the most elite, or one of the most elite magnesiums available. 18% bioavailable versus 4%. So that means we get a lot more magnesium into much smaller tablets. But we didn't stop there. We said, let's put in some cofactors. We've got 2,000 units of vitamin D, because if you're low on magnesium, there is a very good chance you're low on vitamin D. We have the zinc, we have the boron, we've got these beautiful blue tablets because we also added these blueberries. Now, people know blueberries. Blueberries are great for the brain.
Brainberries.
The people call them brainberries. Science Daily says, if you want to support your brain, you look on the screen here. Blueberries support the brain. So we discovered these very potent Purity Super Blue, high active blueberries, much more powerful than regular blueberries. Look at these pictures. Wild, organically grown blueberries. This is actually glacial soil grown up in the very high latitudes of North America. Now, it's gorgeous land, but don't be fooled. Due to these very harsh winters, the blueberries are bursting with antioxidant power. Get this, 200% more antioxidant power than regular blueberries. 200%. So you enjoy the power of blueberries every time you take MagBlue. And of course, the blueberries with this blueberry coating that you'll see on the tablet, we call it this Slip Tech coating. They go down so smoothly. It's amazing thing.
I was just going to say, half the people that talk about this product are talking about how easy they are to swallow because they're small tablets, and this Blue Tech or Slip Tech technology, as you call it, boom, goes right down, easy to swallow. I gotta say, people take minerals, oftentimes they don't feel anything. MagBlue is an experiential product. You take this and you notice it. We're gonna talk about sleep. Maybe that's the most noticeable thing. This is something
the brain benefits,
absolutely
managing, and that calmness, so that you're going through your day, and days can be stressful, but with MagBlue, you kind of get into this little bit of like a flow state, and it's a great experience to be, replenishing those deficient areas of our health between the vitamin D and the magnesium, this is a big deal, filling those gaps.
That's where I was going next, because vitamin D is another story that I talk a lot about with patients, because most of us are also low in vitamin D. So with MagBlue, we can also talk about the 2,000 international units of vitamin D that go in there, and vitamin D will also support you for some of these other things that we're talking about also. So it's a good way to kind of knock out two birds with one stone,
That's right. Guys, let's tell people how to get started with MagBlue. We'll be right back.
There's no question millions of people are low in magnesium, and there's no question that magnesium levels play a key role in the health of your heart, your muscles, brain function, immune system, stress levels, sleep, mood, and even energy. The only question is, which magnesium formula is right for you? Introducing MagBlue from Purity Products. Cutting-edge providers of specialty formulas for over 25 years. MagBlue does things no other magnesium can do. Now, if you bought all of these cutting-edge ingredients separately, you could easily pay $50, $60, or even $70. But you're not going to pay that today. Simply call now and get started with MagBlue for only $9.95. An unbelievably low price with free shipping. Just $9.95. It is the only magnesium formula amplified by vitamin D, zinc, and boron, and then supercharged with Purity Blue organic high-active blueberries, wild-grown in North America and bursting with antioxidant power and goodness. Unlike regular blueberries, these Purity Blue blueberries deliver greater antioxidant power, supporting your energy, vitality, and brain function. MagBlue's little blue tablets feature a slip-tag coating, so they're easy to swallow and super powerful. With Purity's elite 18% magnesium versus the typical 4% magnesium found in stores, you get more magnesium in fewer pills. MagBlue is the little pill with big benefits. Don't go through life low in magnesium. Get MagBlue and support your heart health, brain function, immunity, cardiovascular function, energy, muscles, bones, sleep, mood, and more. And this offer gets even better. Just be one of the first 1,000 callers today and receive a special bonus gift, a bottle of Purity's B12 Energy Melts absolutely free. That's right. Get Purity's best-selling berry-flavored B12 Energy Melts, a $20 value for free today when you call. Power up your day the easy way. And with Super Saver, you save money. You don't have to worry about missing a day. No hassle, no fuss. Don't delay. Call the number on your screen right now and lock in your very own MagBlue 30-day starter bottle for only $9.95. Plus, get free shipping and free B12 Energy Melts. This special TV offer is not available online or in stores, and they move fast. So call now. Do the things you love to do. Stay active and stay healthy with MagBlue.
All right, and we're back. We're Purity Products. If you're just joining us, we're talking about our hot new MagBlue formula with Dr. Ken Redcross, MD, and Jan Levin, CEO of Purity Products. I'm Jason Kam. And in case you're just tuning in, we've been talking about the 7 key benefits of magnesium. We've talked about cardiovascular health. We've talked about mood. We've talked about brain function. Jan, one of your favorite benefits I know you want to jump right into, and yours, Dr. Redcross, you like to work out and exercise.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about energy and exercise performance. What role can magnesium play in boosting up our energy and exercise performance?
Well, look, as I've mentioned before, since magnesium is in each and every cell, we also need to recognize how important it is for the mitochondria, but for the mitochondria in the form of ATP, which is what we use for energy. Each and every one of us,
the energy currency.
The energy currency.
And
I like
you don't
that.
want to have a deficit of the ATP, because then you're going to be low energy.
And you're going to feel it. And that's the important thing, because we were talking earlier, Jason, you mentioned as far as with making sure that when magnesium is on board, it's something that you can actually feel versus some of the other supplements that are out there.
I think we said earlier that 70 to 80% of us have this inadequate intake of magnesium because it's so hard to get in the diet. You know, are you getting lots of cashews, parsley, green leafy vegetables, mung beans, quinoa? I mean, it's impossible to get magnesium every day at the right levels. But here we are seeing that if we get deficient, it can really impact our energy. And I think they even did a study on volleyball players for exercise performance.
And that was interesting because when we talk about that, don't forget that these people that were in, or these athletes that were in there, their magnesium levels were at a good stage, but they were given extra magnesium and they were able to jump higher, which is pretty darn important, I'd say, for volleyball.
I'll take that right now.
Absolutely.
So it's a performance booster.
It's a performance booster.
Like we said, this is experiential. You take magnesium, you feel it. It changes how you perform.
Thing we talked about, I think it was just last week, where I know you do your CrossFit.
Yeah.
And we should put a few pictures up of how you take this stuff pretty seriously.
I do.
Right. And again, in this MagBlue, you've got the magnesium, bisglycinate, buffered chelate, this elite magnesium. You've got the vitamin D. You've got the zinc, which is a very high quality zinc. We need these to interplay and keep those healthy magnesium and vitamin D levels. A little bit of boron and those Purity Blue high active blueberries. It's all in MagBlue.
Yeah, it makes a really, really big difference as far as, once again, your performance. And that's what we all
it's an electrolyte too. People know they need that. All right, guys, we got a lot of ground to cover. I know we've got some amazing testimonials that we want to share, but I know, Jan, you wanted to really talk about the role of magnesium in helping us sleep better, sleep deeper. It plays a role in melatonin, which everyone knows helps you sleep better. How can magnesium help us sleep so much better?
Yeah, let's talk about this for a minute, and then Dr. Redcross, I want to hand it over to you because I know that the impact of sleep on our quality of life is just remarkable, and it's trending more and more. Everybody's more detailed and focused on how to get that healthy sleep. Magnesium plays a key role here. We know, I think it was December 2012, they did a great study on PubMed. I pulled that off. We can pop it up on the screen for people, but around 50 people were in this clinical study. They got about 500 milligrams of magnesium, and the sleep quality improvement was clinically significant and really dramatic. And so what they learned, that people fell asleep faster. They slept deeper. They woke up more refreshed. Their sleep quality improved. That's a very big deal. And if you're not sleeping well, chances are you don't have a lot of energy when you wake up.
No, you really don't. And, you know, it's interesting because when we talk about sleep, we've already talked about magnesium being a crisis. Sleep is not far behind it. When we want sleep to make sure it's high quality and that there's really value with that experience that we have.
And I think, Jay, you like to say it kind of ushers in that healthy sleep because magnesium regulates melatonin.
Right. I would say if you're having some sleep issues before you try melatonin, we like to say try magnesium because it's a little way to, behind the scenes, maybe optimize your own melatonin without having to take an exogenous hormone. So very, very important for people not sleeping as well as they'd like to.
That's a good point.
Speaking of sleep, we mentioned before we get a ton of feedback from our customers. People are loving this product. And one of the benefits that we hear about is sleep support. So Jen, why don't you read one of those testimonials?
Joe G. Joe G has been a Purity customer since 2008. So we're talking about over a dozen years here. Wonderful. Joe G writes in, I find that ever since I started taking the magnesium bisglycinate, I am sleeping right through the night and waking up with more energy. He writes in, I wanted you to know that really works. Unbelievable, Joe G writes, because I usually wake up 2 or 3 times a night, and now I wake up and I don't feel tired. So how nice is that to see? I know, did you have one as well, Jay?
Yeah, we have a customer named Emma Sharon. She's a swimmer, and she is amazing. She uses several of our products, but her new favorite, she says, is MagBlue. She says, and I'll quote, I take a number of Purity products, and MagBlue is my latest addition. Gives me energy and endurance when I'm working out and practicing. It also gives me an excellent night's rest. So again, echoing the sleep support benefits of MagBlue. Guys, let's tell people how to get started with MagBlue. We'll be right back.
There's no question millions of people are low in magnesium, and there's no question that magnesium levels play a key role in the health of your heart, your muscles, brain function, immune system, stress levels, sleep, mood, and even energy. The only question is, which magnesium formula is right for you? Introducing MagBlue from Purity Products. MagBlue does things no other magnesium can do. Now, if you bought all of these cutting-edge ingredients separately, you could easily pay $50, $60, or even $70. But you're not going to pay that today. Simply call now and get started with MagBlue for only $9.95. Plus, get free shipping and free B12 energy melts. This special TV offer is not available online or in stores, and they move fast. So call now. Do the things you love to do. Stay active and stay healthy with MagBlue.
All right, and we're back. We're Purity Products. If you're just joining us, we're talking about our hot new MagBlue formula. So, guys, let's cut right to number 2 on our list. I know everyone's awaiting what number 1 might be, but number 2, muscle strength as we age. We talked a little bit about exercise and energy. This is another kind of dimension of that. But let's talk about how magnesium can help us preserve muscle strength as we age. Who wants to take that?
You know, I'll take this one because when we think about that, we've already talked about magnesium and the importance of ATP. Now we're going to talk talk a little bit more about the muscle fibers themselves. The way this works in medicine is what's called a sliding filament. The muscle fibers go back and forth. Well, guess what's important for that sliding ability? Magnesium,
really?
Of course. And
shocking.
so that's it, I know, shocking, because it does so many daggone things, but that's why it's number 2, because when you're being active and you want to make sure that you're even aging properly and your muscles are doing what they need to do, it's about getting the benefits of magnesium there, and that's where it really does some very special things. Now, Jane, as we're talking about the importance as far as the muscles, wasn't there a study you were mentioning before about healthy testosterone support of magnesium?
Yeah, this is very interesting. When we think about getting older, I think you and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
Getting older is a risk factor for being low in magnesium.
It is.
So that's interesting. We don't seem to absorb magnesium as well when we get older. But in Chianti, Italy, this goes back about over 10 years. They looked at men and they found lots of great associations between magnesium and quality of life and strength. But in particular for men, what we saw was that it supported healthy testosterone. The men with the highest levels of magnesium in their serum and in their diet, they had higher levels of testosterone. So that's a big takeaway here. If you want to preserve that strength and testosterone as a man, make sure you're getting those healthy levels of magnesium. But also for women, Doc, people don't realize that if you're not getting enough magnesium, you're not going to support those healthy bones like you want to have as you get older.
No, and in fact, when you think about where is magnesium predominantly, it's intracellular. It's not circulating in the serum, and it tends to be within our cells and within our bones.
Exactly. Well, I will say, when it comes to guys, you tell them this is good for your energy. Okay, great. It's good for your heart. All right. It's good for your testosterone. How do I get this stuff?
Can I go?
What's the phone number?
Right.
We're running out of time. We've got to give out the number 1 reason people need to take this MagBlue product, the number 1 reason people need to take magnesium. The drum roll, please. Yeah. Who wants to take the final reason?
I'm going to say, for me, it's all about healthy aging. I mean, we talk about this. The aging train is coming down the tracks. What are you going to do? I mean, you're 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Your magnesium levels are low. Are you just going to stand there and deal with it unarmed with the low fuel, or are you going to put the magnesium back? Get that vitamin D. It's all in MagBlue. The 18%, efficiency versus the 4% with the lower quality. But here's an interesting piece of research. I want to put this on the screen. The Journal of Magnesium Research in 2008 very clearly says there is a connection between magnesium deficiency and aging. So if you want to stay healthy, stay youthful, stay vibrant, you've got to put that magnesium back. And is that what you're saying?
Everything now, the whole rage is how can we age gracefully and age in a healthy way? And that's where magnesium has a beautiful role, where it makes a huge, huge difference, as we've talked about it, especially at the cardiovascular support level.
They did in 2020 January. So this is very recent. I think this was a part of the Framingham study. They looked at 14,000 men and women, and they found that healthy magnesium, again, correlated with cardiovascular function. I mean, this is 14,000 people. And again, it's because we're not getting enough. So you put it together. What are we going to do?
And not only was it 14,000 people, but this wasn't a study that was 2 years, 3 years. It was over 2 decades. I think it was around 25, 26 years.
27
and so
years
that's
study.
huge when we talk about cardiovascular health. But the important thing is that we're trying to make sure that we stay healthy and age gracefully.
Guys, the clock's got us. We've got 30 seconds left here. We've got to summarize.
Let me just recap here in 30 seconds. MagBlue. It's all about this compilation of the highest quality magnesium bisglycinate buffered chelate, 18% efficiency versus the 4%. Little pills with these beautiful blue color, because we have the blueberries in there, versus those big pills if you want to take magnesium. And we've got all these incredible benefits because we've got the vitamin D, the zinc, and the boron in here. So if you're deficient in vitamin D or magnesium, this is going to help you out in a major way. Heart health support benefits, sleep support benefits, stress. We talked about exercise performance. The list goes on and on. There's really something here for everyone. With this 30-day starter bottle, we're saying, welcome to Purity Products. Give this a try. The deal doesn't get any better. And see for yourself and experience what MagBlue can do for you.
And I think that's the important part when we think about what's best for patients or for all of us here. You want to get a supplement that is making sure it's doing what it's supposed exposed to in our bodies. Like you mentioned, whether we're talking about the cardiovascular support benefits, the benefits on the bone, the brain support, all of those things are covered in this formula without even mentioning yet the blueberries and making sure we bring in vitamin D. So we have a formula here that is able to do it all in one easy to take pill that's absorbed as well. So it's kind of, you really can't lose.
Right. Guys, the clock's got us. We've got to tell people how to get started. Great job. Thank you so much, Dr. Red Cross. Jan, great work as always. Here's how to get started with your 30-day supply, your starter bottle of MagBlue. Don't miss out. You are going to love it.
There's no question millions of people are low in magnesium, and there's no question that magnesium levels play a key role in the health of your heart, your muscles, brain function, immune system, stress levels, sleep, mood, and even energy. The only question is, which magnesium formula is right for you? Introducing MagBlue from Purity Products. Cutting-edge providers of specialty formulas for over 25 years. MagBlue does things no other magnesium can do. Now, if you bought all of these cutting-edge ingredients separately, you could easily pay $50, $60, or even $70. But you're not going to pay that today. Simply call now and get started with MagBlue for only $9.95. An unbelievably low price with free shipping. Just $9.95. It is the only magnesium formula amplified by vitamin D, zinc, and boron, and then supercharged with Purity Blue organic high-active blueberries, wild grown in North America and bursting with antioxidant power and goodness. Unlike regular blueberries, these Purity Blue blueberries deliver greater antioxidant power, supporting your energy, vitality, and brain function. MagBlue's little blue tablets feature a slip-tech coating, so they're easy to swallow and super powerful. With Purity's elite 18% magnesium versus the typical 4% magnesium found in stores, you get more magnesium in fewer pills. MagBlue is the little pill with big benefits. Don't go through life low in magnesium. Get MagBlue and support your heart health, brain function, immunity, cardiovascular function, energy, muscles, bones, sleep, mood, and more. And this offer gets even better. Just be one of the first 1,000 callers today and receive a special bonus gift, a bottle of Purity's B12 Energy Melts absolutely free. That's right. Get Purity's best-selling berry-flavored B12 Energy Melts, a $20 value for free today when you call. Power up your day the easy way. And with Super Saver, you save money. You don't have to worry about missing a day. No hassle, no fuss. Don't delay. Call the number on your screen right now and lock in your very own MagBlue 30-day starter bottle for only $9.95. Plus, get free shipping and free B12 Energy Melts. This special TV offer is not available online or in stores, and they move fast. So call now. Do the things you love to do. Stay active and stay healthy with MagBlue.
For your 30-day MagBlue starter bottle for only $9.95 plus free shipping and a free B12 Energy Melts, call right now. 1-800-875-4187. That's 1-800-875-4187.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement for MagBlue, brought to you by Purity Products.